Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I am super excited to tell you about the new Cricut Design Space Beta version 5.2.12 desktop app. The exciting thing about this new version is that you can now work with Cricut library images and Cricut fonts 100% offline. Yes, you can work in Cricut Design Space, have access to any of the images and fonts that you want offline. Now we do have to do a little bit of work to get there, but I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really, really simple. But the very first thing that you need to do is make sure that you're using the desktop app, and that's not the web version. That's not the one you go to when you go into your browser like Explorer or Firefox or Chrome. That's not the version. You want the desktop app, the one that you click on that is a standalone version for your desktop. You're going to click on that and look right up here and see if you have version 5.2.12. If you do not, you need to close out of the desktop app 100%. Make sure it's totally closed out. It's not running in the background or something. Make sure it's totally closed out and then reopen it, and it will prompt and automatically update to version 5.2.12. Once you have this version, you now have the ability to work offline with the Cricut images and fonts. So let me show you how you get there. First of all, you have to be online to gather those images. Those images live in Cricut Design Space, which is an online place where they live. So you've got to go online to get them. So we're online right now, and I am going to go over to Images. And we see the Cricut images like we always do. You can search whatever you want. Let's put some Christmas images in here. So I'm just going to type in Christmas. All right, so I'm going to be working on Christmas at my crop this weekend. We are not going to have Wi-Fi, so I need to get my images ready for offline use. So what I'm going to do is click on an image, just like I always do. And now you'll notice right here, there is a button that says download. You're going to click that button. Once you click that, you have now downloaded that image to the Design Space app, the Cricut Design Space Beta app. That means you can use it offline. Now you'll notice that once I have done that, this button now says remove. So if I change my mind and say, oh, I don't really want that one, I'm going to use a different one, all I have to do is click on it and click remove. But this is downloading the images to the desktop app, which is going to allow me to use it offline. So I want this Christmas tree. I'm going to click download. I want this tag. I'm going to click download. So we're perfect. So we can click insert images just like we always did. Okay, so I'm just going to delete these images. I really just want them to work on later when I go to this crop that doesn't have any Wi-Fi access, or I'm sitting at my child's practice and I want to work in Design Space. I'm going to use this later, but I had to go through this process to gather the images. So I'm just going to delete it for now. Okay, so now I need to gather some fonts to work on while I'm at this crop with no Wi-Fi. So I'm going to add text. So I'm just going to add some text. All right, so I have some text added. So now I'm going to click up here under font, and I am going to filter for Cricut fonts. I don't need to download system fonts. Those are already on my computer. So I'm going to click on Cricut right here by selecting Cricut under the filters. And then I'm just going to find some Cricut fonts that I think I might want to use when I'm offline. So I'm going to grab this one and just click this download button that now appears. So it's just like the images. We now have a download button next to the fonts. And you can do this as many times as you want. So now I'm going to click on this one. I want to use this one when I'm offline. So I'm going to click on the font and click download. And you'll notice once you do that, you have a check mark. These are the ones that I have downloaded to my offline library. So if I change my mind and say, you know what, I really don't think I'm going to use this font, it has the check. That means I've already downloaded. This button now says remove. So I can just click remove and remove it. So that's a really nice feature. You can tell which ones you have. See, I can work with this one offline. I can work with this one offline. All of these that have a check mark. And if I change my mind, I just click remove. If I want to add another one, I just click on it, click download. And now that's available in my offline library. All right, so we've added some fonts and we've added some images for our offline library. Let's go offline and see if it works. So let's click, I'm going to click my Wi-Fi button right up here. I'm in a Mac, so I'm just going to turn Wi-Fi off. And it gives me a warning. It says, it looks like your connection was lost, but keep working. Only certain features and content will be unavailable. And that's what it's telling me, is only the features and content that I have not downloaded will be unavailable. Everything else that I have downloaded is going to be there for me to work. I'm offline right here. I have a message right here in Design Space saying, hey, you're offline. So if I click on images, look what happened. Here are the images that I have available to me offline. I am not connected to the internet. These are the ones that we just added right here. And I can click on it and add it to my canvas just like I always did. I could click make it. I could cut this out. I can do whatever I want just as if I were online. So this is really, really exciting. So let's go grab some text. Let's see if I have any Cricut fonts available to me while I am offline. Text. Let's type Merry Christmas. And I don't want that font, so I'm going to go up here and I'm going to click my fonts and I'm going to filter Cricut. And look, these are the fonts that I have downloaded to my offline library. So now I can use any of these fonts. I'm totally offline. I can switch it. And here we go. So very exciting. We can now work offline in Cricut Design Space. Just remember, you do need to have online access to gather the images, to gather the fonts. Once you've gathered them, once you've downloaded them to your offline library, then you can work offline 100%. You can set it, practice, work offline in Design Space, design, do whatever you want. You can sit in the doctor's office. You can do whatever you want without a Wi-Fi connection. So this is super exciting. You guys have been asking for this for a very long time, and Cricut has solved the problem for us. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have some fun crafting offline and never stop making. See ya. Bye-bye.